this Diddy saga took a really, really strange turn. And the people that are saying that the government's intentionally throwing this case might have a really good point here. Well, first of all, if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. Now, a couple things happened today, and there was a revelation that came out. Actually, a couple. And it's weird with the Diddy case because it feels like we won't hear anything, and then a few things come out. And then we don't hear anything, and a few things come out. And it's always like really, lately it's been kind of subtle. Today it's not so subtle. Here's the first thing. That the feds allegedly raided Diddy's cell. Not a big deal, right? Well, they supposedly took what Diddy's lawyers are saying, material about the case. But here's the thing. I mean, this is a high-profile case. The pretty much the world's watching. So you would think that they'd be really careful about this stuff. And it almost seems reckless that they go in his cell, take stuff, and then take stuff that's related to the case. Now, you can understand if they were taking a weapon or if they were taking, something that's illegal, but for them taking documents for the case is really fishy. And what that's almost setting up, what people are speculating that's setting up is for a lot of stuff to get tossed out as evidence. And don't forget, Diddy doesn't have second-rate lawyers on this case. He's got the top of the top of the top. Okay, so if they can get a case thrown out, charges thrown out, evidence thrown out, they will. And these are the people to do it. They've got the power. Now, here's another thing that came out today, and this is what I found most. I don't want to use the word shocking. that's really the word. But Diddy allegedly called a witness 128 times from his cell or from the jail. 128 times he was able to call this witness, and he allegedly paid her off to get on his side. And you that almost doesn't seem real. It almost doesn't seem real. Because first of all, he's got a bail hearing coming up in a few days where he's trying to get bail, where he's saying he's not going to contact witnesses, where he's not going to contact anyone related to the case. If he called a witness 128 times from jail, first of all, you gotta ask. And here's the thing too: they're saying that he used other inmates' phone time with it too. So obviously he's paying people or people are giving it to him, whatever it might be. I mean, that part's almost irrelevant, but the fact that you got to wonder how was he even allowed to make 128 calls without to a potential witness without the jail flagging or noticing something or intervening at some point. Second of all, what the heck is he thinking? He's trying to get out on bail. He's saying he's not going to contact people, and then he's doing it. It just makes you shake your head. Like, guys, there's more going on in this case than they're letting on. And here's the thing: I'm not a conspiratorial type of person, right? In general, I tend to think that things are what they are. But here's a big but. There's typically a backstory, and a lot of times where things don't add up, they don't add up for a reason. And number two, that other big trafficking case that took place about 5 years ago, it's funny how all that stuff just got swept under the rugs when we heard there were tapes and there were witnesses and there were flight logs and all this kind of stuff, and it was all, never heard of it, never heard anything more of it. And we probably won't. I know there's promises that it's coming out, but my thought is it won't. There's too many powerful people, and I think it might be the same thing with this Diddy case. And there's been people who's been saying it all along that Diddy will end up walking free, or no one else. My take. I don't think anyone else is going down with Diddy. However that goes down, I don't think anyone else will. I mean, I've got different reasons than the whole. They're powerful people. They won't let it happen. I have different reasons. And if you don't, I've made a video about that before. So we won't go into that right now. But it's just not smelling right now. This case is just getting stranger and odder, and you just wonder what's next. And for him contacting the witness like that, and it just almost them letting it happen, and his lawyers, I mean, you would think they would have known something about this. Like, why would they let this go on? And I know, they can't, people can't control Diddy from jail. Like, I understand that, but I'm saying, like, what is he thinking?